That aside, I'm thinking, Master, you want some water? You want me to make a bath for you? Something. I don't know where they got these made. Sakura must have gotten these made off the black market because she starts stripping down. I don't know where you find them. Am I gonna say that I'm mad about it? No. I don't even know what I'm doing at this point. I'm just watching these episodes and I am slowly getting myself more upset. I don't remember who commented, but it was on the Goblin Slayer video and they mentioned redo of healer. I've seen videos on this before. I never dove deep into it for a plethora of reasons. Vocab word, you know what I'm saying? But the show just looked a little provocative. You know, there's a lot of words I could use to describe how this show was looking to me, but I didn't know what it was, so I didn't want to judge it off the bat. Now I'm in a position where I'm just watching all these different shows and reviewing them and doing all this shit. So I see someone mention it, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just do it now. Why not? If I come out of this first episode in tears, at least I gave it all my effort. You know what I mean? At least I took the opportunity and gave this show a chance. I didn't know what to expect. I don't even think I got 3 seconds into the episode and I'm already bombarded with Victoria's Secret lingerie and breasts. I immediately was like, okay, this is the route we're going. We're going cyberpunk. Okay, I thought Edge Runners had the record for this. Edge Runners, I think, threw that shit in my face within, I want to say 3 or 4 minutes. Maybe it was even first minute, but I didn't even expect a 5-second world record like this. What? How worse could it get at this point? I don't think it could get any worse. He's sitting in the room butt ass naked holding the hair. You could see it. You could see it. So I'm thinking either they're having some raunchy ass intercourse or this is criminal activity. So it's one way or another. We see him in bed now and we're getting some flashbacks, like talking about some shit like he's from a different life or something. And aside from that little part, this show seemed fairly normal at first, and I knew I was expecting some shit like every other show out there, especially in this genre. But I mean, as of right now, it seems like maybe we will have somewhat of a coherent plot. Goblin Slayer, and I'm not saying Goblin Slayer doesn't have a plot. You know, after watching Goblin Slayer, I heard the show is actually really good plot wise, and that first episode, it doesn't get worse from there. This show, I kind of heard the opposite. I heard that there was no plot and it got worse. But I wasn't really judging it. Right now, okay, I'm seeing this guy's having delusion of crystals and shit, and then for some reason Sylphie from Mushoku Tensei pulls up on him talking about something like she's the star spirit, and then he desires something and he's asking her for sight. So then she starts kissing his eyeball, and then he immediately has some sort of sight into his past life, and for some reason I couldn't comprehend what was going on here. I thought he either jumped into the future or he immediately got transported to the battleground of the gods. At this point in the episode, and I'm only 5 minutes in, I'm very confused. I don't know what's going on, but I see him talking about how he's a healer and stuff, but he does what typically every support main does, and he tries to prioritize damage over supporting the team, and he's trying to go damage this Demon King Devil, and he's grinning and smiling, whatever. Beats the demon. I feel like there's a lot of context to this fight that maybe you will see later on in the show. I don't know, but it seems like there's information here that I'm missing. Like I'm just sitting here, I'm watching the show and I'm trying to understand, especially since I don't even realize this is a flashback yet. But I was sitting here trying to realize what was going on. And every time this man smiles, it's really looking devious and he's kind of looking evil. But then the other girl, the pink-haired girl, apparently she wasn't even injured. She was fabricating lies and she was trying to get this crystal from him herself. But then he claims that there's something he has to cure as a healer and he's gonna go back in time. So it's like some time loop thing, and I still don't get it. And I'm honestly confused. And at this point, I don't even care about the plot. I get that he has some sort of vendetta for this chick, this pink-haired girl. I don't fully grasp, I'm not fully grasping why. I'm sure we'll get into it later, but I'm having a bad feeling about his revenge. The way he starts talking about it a little bit into the episode and at the beginning, after rewatching that beginning portion, I don't like how he's speaking. But she pulls up to the village, talking about how he's a hero, takes him to the palace. Everything seems fine and dandy. The show is still on a fairly normal pace. And I'm not gonna say I'm enjoying it, because again, I'm still confused, but I'm actually confident at this point. Not necessarily confident, but I was comfortable with the fact that maybe this may just be a slightly explicit show that has a semi-good plot. I was trying to convince myself of that. As soon as they panned to it being nighttime and him laying at a diagonal axis on this bed, I kind of knew it was gonna go down. I didn't know how it was gonna go down. That bed to me looked a little too comfortable and set up for us to just be laying here and going to sleep. You know, it seemed like it was go time and that the fornication station was about to get started. I smelt it. And I thought the pink-haired girl was gonna pull up on him. I see this maid pull up and I'm thinking, you know, Master, do you want a glass of water? And I keep in mind, she didn't even knock on the door, so I'm already thinking something suspicious. But that aside, I'm thinking, Master, you want some water? You want me to make a bath for you? Something. I don't know where they got these made. Sakura must have gotten these made off the black market because she starts stripping down. I don't know where you find them. Am I gonna say that I'm mad about it? No. Like, if this is what support mains get, then I'll play a support any day. I will play Lifeline. I will play Mercy. I will be Tony Chopper, because if I was in his shoes, you know I'm pouncing. I'll be there. Don't worry. How she entered my room without even knocking. I already would have known, seeing that little smirk on her face and everything, trying to be inconspicuous. No. But no, we see them going crazy, and they're getting really into detail. Like, we're on like a really thin line right now between whether this is allowed or if this is just straight up H. And they're getting really frisky. I'm hearing sound effects, mushy gushy, all of that, like the whole 9 yards. I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, damn, relax. But I think she should have definitely asked for consent first. And this is the thing I hate. See, as a man, this is the thing that I hate. When she's down there and she clearly sees he's bricked, it's like, is she gonna stop? You know what I'm saying? She's talking about, he says he doesn't want to, but it seems like Hiro-sama is feeling pretty heroic down there. He can say no all he wants. If this maid sees that he is a solid 5'6" right now, she's not gonna stop, because she's gonna just think he wants it regardless. So it kind of like, and this is not even the extent of it either. I'm happy for this guy. Even though it seems like he's got some villainous ideas going on in his mind about this pink-haired girl, I'm glad for him right now. I'm glad he's experiencing this. We see the maid sitting outside the door like they're waiting for their turn, waiting for a ride at the rodeo. I'm like, damn, he's living like that. I don't know what healer ever was treated with this much respect. I find out that he's doing this on a rotation basis, like a daily rotation. We see a little slideshow, you know, sometimes he's hitting them on the corner of the bed, by the window, you know, we could get a nice little view of the courtyard, and then we see him with like 3. I'm like, damn, where are they getting these maids? They just keep pushing the limits further and further. So it did get a little too explicit for my liking. I already threw the plot of the show out the window. I'm sitting here at this point, like, if I'm watching this show and I'm continuing to watch this show, there's probably no plot and there is going to be a lot of nudity, and that's just what I have to expect. It's probably the main purpose of the show, if we're being honest. Just how far can they push the boundaries before it is considered H-word, if it's not considered that already. I mean, when will it stop? Is this the extent of it? Just, it doesn't seem like it ever stops. Who makes these? Why? But then after that, he goes and heals some girl's hand and then passes out. This is where what I was talking about earlier kind of scared me, because Sakura's getting mad that he fainted due to the fact that he brought someone's whole ass arm back from nothing. Like, he literally made atoms and shit, but she's mad that he fainted, even though he got his little symbol, what, like a week ago? I don't even know how far in time we are in this. She's really acting out of pocket for no reason. No reason at all. I think they're just doing this just so he has something to be mad about. Talking about how he's a useless, filthy dog. He definitely is a dog. I mean, he's going through your whole maid rotation, so he's a dog in that matter. If anyone's filthy, I would say it's your maids. And then she's like, if he faints every time while healing, he's useless to us. Okay? This is a filthy dog of a hero, and I don't want anything to do with this bitch. Send him to the pound. What is she talking about? I think he's definitely within reason to be upset, because she's weird for that. Like, I don't know why she's getting so upset. He starts roasting her. He's like, I'm so grateful you're the same genuine trash you were in my first life. I mean, with reason. I get it. I do get it. But then he's talking about now without a shred of mercy, I can have my revenge. And then there's a smirk there. And judging from the beginning of the episode, that is where I have my, like, issues with it. You know, he was butt-ass naked. So then that's why I'm getting PTSD to the Goblin incident, because it's like, is he just gonna pull that same card? And then I go through the comments and I'm seeing something like this. Come on, man. Like, I never understood that. Why do people comment on not only these types of videos, just like those explicit types of videos in general? We get it. I kind of get why you're here. You know, a lot of people here are just either watching this for like shits and giggles, as am I, you know, just watching it to talk about it. And then there are people like this guy. Come on, man, you're better than this. You are. I think you are. But then we have dudes in the comments talking about you're not the only one. Amen. No, not amen. We need to do better with this. We need to do better with this, for real. This is absolutely outrageous. This is not good. This show shouldn't exist. I don't know who was like, yeah, let's make this a thing. But if you want me to watch it, I will. You know, if this video gets enough, I guess, I don't know, likes or comments. I don't like asking for a like number personally, but I mean, if it gets like 200 likes, if the video is received well and people like it, then it could reach 200 likes, and I will watch the show. I will watch the show. I will do a full-on review of this show. Dead ass. I will watch all 12 episodes, do a full-on review, talk about the plot, everything, what I liked about the show, whatever, if this video does semi-decent. Do I want to? I mean, I'm not gonna say no, just because, like, it's always interesting to see, like, shows that you don't typically watch and how outrageous they are. But I'm not gonna say yes either. Like, I'm not interested. Let me take that back. The only thing I'm interested in is what this quote-unquote revenge he's talking about is, because that scared me internally. I'm frightened. So I'm interested to see what he's doing with that. But other than it, yeah, you know what? Fuck it. I am interested in the plot. You know, why is this girl being such a jackass to him? Why does he want revenge? What did he do in his past life? Why is he a healer? You know, there's many questions I have. Why do healers get this special treatment of unlimited fornication? There are many questions, and maybe I'll get the answers if I decide if people actually want me to watch this show. If I'm not, then I'm not gonna lose sleep over it, to say the least. But I mean, like and subscribe, and yeah, that'll be it. On to the next video. This was definitely an interesting one for sure.